welcome to another Chelsea chat, and tonight it was Real Madrid 2, Chelsea 0 at the Bernabeu. I don't think many of us expected a lot, and the team delivered. We played a 3 at the back with our wing backs, and Ancelotti then doubled up on both the wing backs, which made it incredibly difficult. I think probably a more experienced manager than Frankie Boy would have then gone to a 4 at the back and maybe changed it between a 4 and a 3 at various points during the game. But it is what it is. Frank is a baby as a manager, and I thought he set up all right. I personally wouldn't have played Sterling in the side. He's just too lightweight. I wanted to sign Raheem Sterling. Hands up, I was wrong. I personally wouldn't have played him. If I was going to play a light, fast bloke, it would have been Mudryk. I just didn't see what Sterling brought tonight. So anyway, we set up. We had Kepa in goal. At right wing back, we had Reece James. Left wing back, Chilwell. The 3 at the back were Fofana, Thiago Silva and Koulibaly. I tell you, that decision to leave Badiashile out of that Champions League squad it looks madder and madder. Not that we've probably got one game left in it, but it just. Anyway, I'm already going off on a tangent, aren't I? Sorry about that. In the midfield, we had Enzo, Kante and Kovacic. And in front of them, we had allegedly Raheem Sterling and allegedly João Felix. I'm not going to lie, I thought the first 15 minutes we were decent. We'd obviously looked at how they were going to come at us. They'd looked at us doubling up on our wing backs, and we went the old direct approach. And a couple of times it nearly came off. I thought Raheem Sterling was faster than he is, unless he's lost a yard, or unless all the Real Madrid back 4 are incredibly fast. That Alaba is one class act, by the way, isn't he? Not particularly fast, but what a class act. And João Felix proving once again that he can't finish. He plays some lovely looking stuff, but 90 million quid to have him permanent, I'm sorry, but I would give Mason Mount what he wants with his wages every day of the week instead of spending 90 million on João Felix. When Mount came on, you got that physicality, you got that hustle and bustle, but with a bit more finesse than you get from Gallagher. So yeah, we huffed and we puffed and we done all right until the goal. Unfortunately, the goal, I'm not going to have a go at Kepa. Yeah, another goalkeeper might have had a stronger fist away. But again, it was down to his left. I've spoke about his weak left. And it was quite close to him, to be fair. So I'm not going to give Kepa a hammering. Fofana got on the wrong side of his man, as he'd done a couple of times earlier during the night. And he was already on a booking, tapping for Benzema. And then the second half, the sending off really put the nail in our coffin. Chilwell stopping, was it Vinicius Jr. going through? Might have been someone else. But Chilwell pulling him back. Red card every day of the week. But because Cucurella got caught the wrong side of his man. That Cucurella, you know, why Frank brought him on instead of Chalobah. Well, I know he's left-sided, but do you know, do you know what I would have played with if the choice was bringing Cucurella on or playing with 9 men for the next half hour. I'd have took the 9 men. There's one tonight where he, to be fair, he got a block in. And the commentator said, oh, that was good stuff from Cucurella. Yeah, it was, but you know what? He went to kick it with his left foot out. and it went out for a corner. It went out for a corner that way, and to me that sums up Cucurella. I mean, he had a decent season at Brighton, but 60 million for oh, that's as bad as the 34 million for Bakayoko. That is, we throw some from money away, don't we? And that was it. After Chilwell was sent off, it was just all back to the wall. It looked like a defence versus attack training match. Frank made a couple of changes. I watched some Muppet and on YouTube saying, "Oh, Silver's going off and bringing Mount on. Frank don't know what he's doing." Blah 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 blah. Well, Silver's it's his first game back. He's being run around like nobody's business. He's 38 years old. His first game back, and we need to relieve some pressure on that defence. So I'd have done the same thing. I'll be honest. This bloke, I can't remember what the one of these Chelsea fan things, but he was doing his absolute nut, and I thought, well, I'm sorry, I'd have done the same. I suppose the Frank out brigade are going at it. He's an interim manager. He's had 2 games and 4 days, 5 days to get us prepared to play against Real Madrid in the Bernabeu. Don't expect a lot from this team. I don't expect a lot from Frank till the end of the season. We'll limp over the line. I'm sure we'll get... I reckon we'll finish on about 45 points there. That's my prediction. Second leg at home, 2-0 down. Anything's possible because at Real Madrid, they're nowhere near what Real Madrid were last year. Nowhere near it. If we played them last year with our team then, we'd have won that 5-1. They're a real shadow of what they were, which is why Barcelona are running away with the league, I guess. But yeah, I wasn't really impressed with them. Do you know, if we had a real good go at them, then we got to get things like Reece James. He's not been the same player since he come back from injury. I don't care what anyone says. All this playing the ball back when he used to get, it looks like he's lost a yard. Whether it'll come back when he's properly match fit, because again, the lad's not been back that long, has he? And at their level, it takes a few games. But he got to run around tonight, didn't he? That Vinicius Junior is some player. But then again, last year it was a good match. Tonight, I think Vinicius ripped him a new bumhole. So yeah, that's it really. That's all I've got to say on it. I'm going to score the players. Kepa gets a 5. He's not our long-term goalkeeper, I don't think. He's weak to his left as well. Made a couple of decent saves. Distribution, just kicking it into no man's land, really. But Reece James gets a 6. A torrid night against a really good player, and they doubled up on him. They had that, is it Cananija or whatever his name is, Camarija. Got bombing down there as well. Good tactics by Ancelotti, and stopped our wing backs getting forward. Then in the middle of the back 4 we had Fofana. I thought he had one of his worst games in a Chelsea shirt, under a lot of pressure though. Gave a booking away early on, which I didn't think really he needed to give away. And you're always under pressure then as a defender. He gets a 5.5. Thiago Silva gets a 6.5. As I say, put a proper shift in Thiago, but that's what you expect. Even just back from injury. Koulibaly getting slagged uphill down. I didn't think he had that bad a game, to be honest. He gets a 6 from me. Lots of good blocks. Made himself known really early. I didn't think he had a particularly bad game, but he's getting called all sorts. Not sure what these people expect, and if they take the whole game into a context, into context, because Chilwell was doubled up on as well, and Koulibaly was going to help him out as well as doing his own job. So people do expect a lot, don't they? Chilwell, yeah, he got forward a couple of times, didn't he? And put some decent balls in. Horrible free kick. And like Reece, I say, Reece got forward a couple of times, but nowhere near enough. And that's because of Ancelotti's tactics. Chilwell gets a 6. In midfield, Enzo Fernandez getting a lot of stick tonight. Oh, he could do with being a bit faster. Yeah, well, couldn't we all? Some of his balls were pretty decent, and he was good under pressure. He's a good pressure valve to have in there. He gets a 7 from me. Kante, first real game back. What a player. He hardly put a foot wrong tonight. I felt sorry for him getting overrun a lot of the time, but he's still stuck in there, and particularly in the first half, some of the mistakes that he made them make just through his sheer persistence. He's going to be my Chelsea man of the match with a 7.5. Kovacic gets a 4. I thought he was wasteful. Played some silly balls. I think he wants out because he's not the player he was last year. Nowhere near it. Sterling gets a 1. I can't see what he brought to that side tonight. Absolutely woeful. Could have probably scored from the Reece James cross. Too lightweight. Bad decisions. Doesn't move off the ball enough. Doesn't do a lot of work defensively. He gets a 1. João Felix gets a 3. Couldn't hit a barn door with a tractor. Doesn't look confident when he's actually shooting at goal. Didn't really put a defensive shift in. I'm sorry. If he's 90 million, not for me. Not for these little flashes of brilliance. Because he's certainly no Eden Hazard, is he? He's decent. He's decent. And that's it. I won't score the subs when they came on, although I thought Chalobah done okay. Mount, I thought made us look a lot more solid. Always an outlet, and you've got his aggression, you've got his commitment, and he's one of the few that really is proud, although he's probably going to wear that badge on his chest. Proper Chelsea. All the stick that he's got has probably turned his head towards leaving, but I think we'll really, really miss him. It was nice to see him back tonight. He added a little spark, a little bit of injection into our play. I thought so. I thought so anyway. Still in with a chance, but a small one. Frankie tonight, he gets a 6. Set up all right. In-game management could have been a bit better, I suppose, in my opinion. It was bad enough the hand of cards he got played, and then having to deal with a sending off and Koulibaly getting injured. It was a rough one to take. I think he's just got to work on the confidence. He's got to work. We've got no spine in that team. The goalkeeper's weak. We've got no centre forward. We've got Fernandez, who will probably grow into a captain type figure. But he's 21 years, or was he 22? Just 22, I don't know. But he's a young lad. We've got no spine in the team. We haven't got a Cech, Terry, Lampard, Drogba. Even back in the old days, a Bonetti, a Harris, a Hudson, an Osgood. We haven't got that. We're weak, but we're also weak mentally. We also don't run off the ball enough. We don't run into space enough. We do it in our own half when we're trying to play out, but as soon as we cross the halfway line, we forget how to do it. That's a confidence thing, and it's a hard work thing as well. You've got to have the players up there that want to work hard. Mason Mount's attitude, you know, because Sterling, Felix, and even Mudryk to an extent, not tonight obviously, but even Mudryk to an extent, they want the ball played to their feet, but they won't run into space to create space for people. Havertz has even stopped doing it. In March, he had 3 games where he did exactly that. And it's no coincidence that we improved greatly in those 3 games, even though it was against poor opposition. So that's it. That's all from me tonight. I'm just as disappointed as everyone else out there. I can't see the point of blaming an interim manager who's been there 4 days, but you know what they're like. You know what I'm talking about. Onwards and upwards. I shall speak to you after Brighton on Saturday. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel and throw the video a like. Up to Chelsea.